Fast forward to the 2025 true market top. The event that just took place will be identical to this 2025 true peak. One moment the market will be selecting what color their Lamborghinis are going to be in. 48 hours later, and it will happen that fast, profits will be slashed in half, not regaining those prices for another 4 years. Inside VIP, we've built an augmented dollar cost average structure using the prior 90 days accompanying by technical analysis that can clearly identify the timing momentum of exactly when each one of these three peaks were formed. In VIP, we did post this head and shoulder pennant with a potential stop loss at 18 cents to be issued. The FOMC within the United States releases its first hint at a rate reduction in over 2 years of restrictive monetary policy. Meanwhile, 72 hours later, in Japan, they hike their rates up. Many Japanese investors put their cash in the American stock market as well as cryptocurrencies. This creates margin calls and massive downside. The crypto markets experienced $1 billion in liquidations. The only exception, the early May 12.25 and 13.3 5x leverage trading plans escaped this monster wick to the downside. The reason being is this y-axis support line. And we're going to get into the details of this as it correlates with current price action. Applying technical analysis to charts as volatile as Kaspa shown over the past 72 hours, there's a rule of thumb that comes to mind. The larger the one-day candles, the wider the range, one can accurately predict future price. In this video, we're going to aim at the middle of the road range between the extremely bearish with a retrace back to this y-axis repeating support trend line right around 14 cents on September 15th, and the most bullish scenario where Kaspa breaks above this gravitational field that started holding the candle back as early as July 1st. Crossing this gravitational field was a breakout signal, and once again, this x-axis repeating trend line, the exact same trend line from the handle of the cup, from the April descending triangle, repeating over and over again, once again is holding Kaspa's price action back. The middle of the road prediction aims for this gravitational field on September 1st. That date correlates with the FOMC. The news has been releasing stories saying Powell and the Fed needs to step in and do an emergency rate cut to stimulate the markets. In place of an early emergency rate cut, the Fed only needs to sell bonds. Historically, they do this on the first of the month, September 1st. Recently, on June 1st, they sold bonds, and this created a very bullish effect market-wide, particularly on Kaspa, resulting to this breakout cued once again by bond sales. We're releasing a video covering these repeating X and Y axis trend lines on Kaspa's current price action, alongside their correlating angled Fibonacci pitches with gravitational fields, supplementing the past 90 days of Kaspa's price action into the summer of 2025, building an augmented dollar cost average strategy that includes an awareness to monetary policy calendar dates, such as FOMC meetings that have just greatly affected the markets, even with a buy the rumor effect prior to the overseas monetary policy, which caused this massive rug pull. Combining our technical analysis, awareness of monetary policy fundamentals, and a dollar cost average strategy all put together planning this in advance, starting now. The most crucial aspect of any investment is the point of selling. To do this correctly reduces the risk, maximizes the gains. All of these data sets coincide with Kaspa's current price action, offering additional insight into Kaspa's future up and coming breakout. Right now, the lot of altcoins is at a discount price. Some projects will never regain all-time highs. Quant is a great example. Another, Flux. Many cryptos are currently acting as shelters from inflation, from all the money printing in 2020. As the economy was coming out of lockdowns, this created the crypto boom. That money is just trapped in these projects. They have no real world use case. They have no future, as up and coming technology is making them null and void. Litecoin is a great example. This nullification effect in future price applies to new listing projects as well. Hence, the foundation of the 24-point checklist system was built to expose the coders and team members who carefully articulate their project's website and white paper to hide the weakness of their project, whether it's scalability, decentralization, or security. Only going through it with a fine-tooth comb will reveal either a project's pot of gold, and we have found a huge pot of gold artificial intelligence project utilizing this 24-point checklist system inside VIP. That report alone is so lengthy. When you go over all the web tools in linked, it'll take you a half hour to digest. So if you're making a considerable allocation for the mere price of $47, that's a Happy Meal and a movie rental on Prime, you can cut back and get your hands on a half a dozen of these. Another example is an artificial intelligence project called Blender that we originally thought was going to be a home run based on the white paper and the web page. Once we went through it with the fine-tooth comb, it was then we discovered how the team and the coders were disguising the huge flaws in the trilemma within their project, making it a no-go. On top of the fundamental library, the technical analysis library, and the new and upcoming augmented DCA strategy based on the previous 90 days of price action for Kaspa, we've got a hypothesis drawn for when meme coin mania is actually going to start. The rest of the market was experiencing FOMO, purchasing meme coins after they already broke out, correlating with the June 1st bond liquidation. I'll give you a hint. It's not the September 1st bond liquidation price that's going to cause it, but it has to do with timing and the monetary calendar. That's how we can get insight into when meme coin mania is going to break out, and we do have some time until that takes place. We will be releasing that hypothesis in the up and coming weeks, making now an additional value into joining our VIP group. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.